Oh, we beat ourselves. Quite clear. Just, I think we finished with 9 errors or 10 errors for the game, and the Warriors just stayed in the fight longer than we did. Like I said to the boys then, I think they won that game at the start by the way they amount of pressure they put on us, and trapped us on our line there. I think it was 7 sets back to back there at one stage, and whilst it didn't equate to any points for them, it certainly took a lot of energy out of us. And we finished the game with 100 more tackles than them, and I think they had about 700 more metres gained. So we just can't. I think out of the 9 or 10 errors we had, it wasn't so much the errors, it was where they were occurring, and they happened at the back of the field and coming out of our end, and we just put so much pressure on ourselves. It's as simple. It's a simple game of footy sometimes, and if you don't get to your kick, which we didn't do as well, didn't kick well at all today. We're just trapped on our line, and they had a lot of good energy in defence and just zapped the juice out of us. And at the end of the day, we're in front there with about 10 or 12 minutes to go, so we're in a position to win the game, and our discipline cost us again today.
So you're pretty happy after 20-25 minutes? You just felt like you might have a bit of trouble?
Yeah, I thought the boys were competing hard, and to be, to the Warriors' credit, they were completing well. I think they completed at sort of 84% or something, which is really good considering the conditions. So I felt that it was good to get into half time and just sort of recenter our focus and go back to what we sort of was working well for us when we scored those couple of tries in the first half. I felt that when we got into an attacking position that we had enough strike there to score some points, particularly on that right edge there. Britton Nakora, Saifeki scored some couple of nice tries, but we just weren't down there enough. We just couldn't get out of our end, and then again put pressure on ourselves and played them into it, and and they come home strong. And then it was a big play there, and then we ended up with Andrew in the bin, and we gave away 6 points in penalty goals today. And you just can't do it. You just can't do it in the NRL. We can't do it. We score 3 tries to 2, but they beat us with 3 penalty goals. So, it's the boys are really hurting in there, given how important this game was for us today. So, it's not a real happy dressing room.
Submitting's pretty significant.
Sorry, mate?
Submitting's a significant moment.
Yeah, clearly. Andrew's obviously trying to do a good thing for the team there and defend with energy and come up with a big play, but time over again he'd probably just stay in his system as we practice and not shoot out and whack that bloke. But as I said, he's always trying to do a good thing for the team and play with that sort of energy, but systematically, probably not the way that we wanted to defend on that play. And not only the penalty, but to go down to 12 men when we're trying to put the game to bed was a real challenge for us, and certainly a bit of a setback.
Was it worthy of a Simpson?
Look, to be fair, I haven't really had a good look at the replay. I'm not sure whether they thought it was for a shoulder charge or taking someone out off the ball. I'm not sure. I'd have to have a good look at it. I wasn't sure if an injury come out of it, it's a huge call. It's a huge call to put someone in the bin at that point of the game. I thought Britton Nakora makes that break at the back end of the game there and is held down in the play of the ball, and that's a penalty. That should be a penalty to us when you made that break at the back end of the game, and it gives us a chance to kick a goal to win the game. So again, but I'm not here to whinge about the refereeing. Although we did have a couple go against us today, and we were on a lopsided penalty count. I think it was 9-4. Some of that was, we put that pressure on ourselves with some undisciplined play, but I'd have to go over the penalties and certainly be questioning those that I feel that we were hard done by.
Will you have a word to Andrew, or were you back into the thinking behind it was right?
Oh, yeah, like I said, Andrew, wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's always trying to come up with a big play for the team. He's our spiritual leader. He absolutely loves the team and trying to lead from the front. But sometimes, you got to think with your head before your heart. You know what I mean? You just got to weigh up the situation. Sometimes you just got to stay in the system rather than sort of shoot out and try and come up with a probably a lower percentage play. And unfortunately, got that intent sort of mixed up there. With his sort of game smarts, and we got our pants pulled down on it, but You know, he's hurting in there, but it wasn't just that. It was a knock-on effect of a number of things that, you know, we should have put that game to bed, to be fair. So as I said, that was one penalty of 9. So the others certainly had an impact on the game as well.
Pretty quick turnaround with the Cowboys next Thursday night. How do you get this team up next week?
Yeah, look, I think it's just the mental side of it now. You know, it's not real physical. It's again, you know, it's core skill. It's errors coming out of our end. It's you know, the very first set of the second half, we have a play the ball error, then we score a try, then we can't throw a pass from dummy half and hit its mark. You know, like it's, to me, that's just a mental focus. You know, they've got to focus more on their core skill. Otherwise, they were just going to keep having these errors, and they've cost us all year, to be fair. Just concentration issues in the play of the ball, loose carries in collision, and yeah, they just got to mentally. They just got to get themselves up to play. As I said, physically we can't do much. We fly home tomorrow, have one training run Monday, day off Tuesday, captain's run Wednesday, and we're into the Cowboys. So, you know, I think the boys understand that where we're at now with our season, and you know, we've been punished for a couple of close losses that we, you know, certainly should have won. You know, the Bulldogs and the Brisbane really hurt, and certainly today hurts. But you know, I've got full faith in the boys that we can string some wins together. But you know, we're in a position now where I don't think we can drop one. So yeah, we'll get out of here and be professional about our recovery and jump into the Cowboys with, you know, our season on the line.
You said you weren't happy with the kicking game, but what about Sean specifically? How do you assess his performance tonight?
Yeah, he had some good parts. He certainly, you know, threw a nice touch on the first try to Britton Nakora, you know, and tried hard. It's hard when you're trapped out of your end too for your halves to come and play on the front foot. He wasn't given a chance to play on the front foot and get some quick play balls and go at a retreating defensive line like he did last week against Melbourne when he scored that try. So, you know, I can only really judge our halves on the platform that's laid in front of them. And again, that's not our forwards' fault. I just felt it was the result of us making errors at the back of the field. You know, they're getting out to 40 and 50 metres and have to kick the ball instead of really getting down and have a chance to play some good footy. So, you know, it's certainly the team performance affected our halves today. But, you know, time over again, I'm sure they'd like to change some of the options they took with their kicking game. We didn't build any pressure with our kicks today, and we came here to kick real well. You know, on a wet and greasy night, we wanted to really put some pressure on them with our kicking game. So, yeah, we didn't kick well, and that was, you know, one thing that put pressure on us.
Any injury concerns?
There's a bit of ice floating around in there. So Feki should have came off at half time. So I was wrapped for him to push through the second half with the back injury and score that try. Done outstanding to get that ball down. No, I think we're not too bad. Jaden Brayley passed his HIA with his concussion, and I think we're okay for now. So, you know, hopefully we get back Josh Morris and Josh Dugan next week. And I think Wade Graham's still going to be a week away given the short week. So we're still yet to run out our best 17 for the year. But we'll do our best to come up with 17 healthy blokes next week. Thank you.